Hello, and welcome to Dreamworld. As we approach the conclusion to our time here together, we highly recommend taking a souvenir to savor the memories we've made. Take a shirt from our lovely merch store, take a keychain for your most stylish friend, and make sure to take home one of our limited edition Twimblo pets as a companion to stay by your side forever. Have a poster, have a hoodie, have a binder, have a card, one of our limited edition.
But we sell chairs
as a companion.
I don't know why we sell chairs, but we sell chairs.
Have a hoodie, have a binder, have a card, have a poster.
Come now, Lewis. Let's take a walk. So, what has become of the detective and Oliver? Morris, darling, I need to speak with Norman alone. It'll only be a few more minutes. Here. Go and have some fun with the triplets at the arcade. They might give some tips for any game you choose, and I'm sure they will have a lot more fun with you. Later, when I return, we will practice more on your performance for the next broadcast.
Are you sure? I wouldn't mind...
Hello? Norman, I swear, if this is another one of your... Wait, Star? What are you guys still doing down here?
Hayden? I haven't seen you since you quit so long ago. How long has it been?
Hayden! Yes, Norman sent that letter for me! Oh, I'll check on the triplets after this. You two have fun! Hayden, how have you been? Have you seen our broadcast? It went out to the whole world and outer space.
I sure did, yeah. You actually worked pretty well as a TV host.
Let's continue this discussion in peace, shall we? Well, Norman, what do you plan to do now? I have no plan for you or the others. Watchful Eye Toys is officially out of business. That being said, I have plenty of time on my hands to fix what is left of your little science project. I will help with your broadcast as well, if only to finally bring an end to any mystery of soul experiments. You see, I grow tired of this role I'm put in as the so-called face of our little troupe. I'm meant to blend in with any crowd, our human mascot of some sort, though I find myself troubled with the facade of pleasantries I am surrounded with. I myself am fitted with a face of plastic. I'm not sure what that says about my character, so you can take it however you like. They will most certainly do the same, now and forever. And what do you suppose happened to the other workers? Dead. I'm afraid I can't say. And it was never our fault, was it? They still see us as human, as you and the others once were. Do you think those agents would take living and dying as something special? It's best to just play alongside them and leave no more stories to pass around. Play along and not make the same mistakes again. No more mysteries, no more experiments. It was a pleasure talking to you, Lewis. Norman? I understand your frustration with what the world has become, or maybe what it always has been. But seeing myself still here in this body, despite all that we've been through, I see this as a second chance. The mistakes I made in life will haunt this place in more ways than one, regardless of how long we remain here as spirits. No more mysteries, no more secrets. That includes you too, Norman. You cannot simply wave aside years of exploitation with a salesman's smile. Out of all of us, you're the only one who can truly experience a semi-normal life outside. You should try to enjoy it. And what will you do with your second chance? Lewis died a long time ago. I was only a child then, a student. I wanted to make something with my two best friends, two of the only people who ever gave my ideas a chance. And now look at us. After being used as Litho's vessel, Sarah is a shell of her former self, and Oliver has been scarred nearly beyond recognition. I will take it upon myself to remember them, to remember everyone this place took, and I will carry their names with me as long as my body allows. But at the end of the day, this facility has grown to become my home. It is my creation, and someone has to run it. I look forward to doing so out of the public eye from now on, save for the occasional broadcast, of course. Now, I believe I'm due for a meeting with our head of security. After all, there must be something important to miss if Wyatt's systems all went offline. I'll see you around, old friend.
Excuse me, Mr. Norman. We need you on stage immediately. Is Star filming with us?
No. They were actually just leaving.
Okay, we are ready to start.
Wyatt, darling. Hope I'm not interrupting, but I was wondering if maybe we could record a few more moments together, for old time's sake.
I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me, so deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know so well I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. Sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near. In spite of a warning voice that comes in the night and repeats how it yells in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Why not use your mentality? Step up, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. Yes, I've got you under my skin.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to
Hello.
Dreamworld for probably the last time for a while, which is sad, but
For a
it's
long
also
while,
exciting
yeah.
for a long while. But it means we get to talk about a bunch of stuff that we've never gotten to talk about before. So, here for this occasion, I didn't want to just go into psychosis and talk to myself for 30 minutes. So instead, I have kidnapped Derpy, who is going to be my mental hallucination for this conversation. We are going to talk all things Dreamworld, what it was like to make the show, why it went on hiatus, why it's going to remain unfinished, and all the different thoughts that went into the series, the finale, these decisions, and some of the other projects that we're working on at JoyBott Animation. And overall, I just kind of wanted to talk about Dreamworld for a little bit because we're not going to see these guys for a while. We might as well just talk about it for a bit here on the channel to give you guys a little bit more closure before we move on to the next chapter. And I'm fitted. I'm repping the merch at sharkrobot.com. This one you can buy at sharkrobot.com. And then Derpy is also repping her own merch. It's so cute.
Well, I think it was one of the artists.
One of the artists drew that one, I remember. This shirt is from Mai's store, and it has the 3 founders on it. So Lewis, Sarah, and Oliver. I have this one. I have that as a sticker, too. I have a lot of the stickers on my big Rainbott wall on the shelf.
One second. I have my lap desk.
Oh, yeah, I see it. I see the gay people on the computer. Enhance. I see it. Oh, I see a bunch of them. Enhance. I want more of the stickers. I have this Starlight shirt from my shop. This is like one of my favorite images of him. And I also have the Watchful Eye Toys shirt. I wear this one all the time because I love the colors on it. I'm biased because I like green and purple. Yeah. But this one with Norris and Oddity, I wear this one all the time.
That's the shirt that I always wear, but mine is green.
Yes. I like that. I got mine in white. The other 2 Rainbott related shirts I have, aside from the one I'm wearing, is I have the 2 other Shark Robot shirts. Like I have the Epilogue of Endings shirt.
I need to get one of the shirts.
I really like the Epilogue of Endings one. I think it's my favorite. Just, I'm biased because I worked on that one the most, but I really like how it came out. It kind of looks like a band shirt.
Yeah.
And then the Galactic Defense Force shirt. This one came out cute.
I love that one.
I know.
That's my screensaver.
I would have put like the logo here if we had a simpler version of the logo that I could easily recolor for the screen printing, but I did not. I think these are actually digital prints, but I'm not sure. I just know that we have limited color we can use for them. So if you want some of those or the one I'm wearing, hey, they still exist on Shark Robot indefinitely. I have very limited access to that computer system, but they're up there if you want them. You can buy those as posters and prints or as t-shirts of whatever color you choose. Let me put these bad boys back here. I feel like the first thing that we should talk about is the part 1 of the finale, honestly, like, and how part 1 was received, and then, oh, well, how did that change the original plans for part 2? Because this is, if you couldn't guess, this was not the original plan for part 2. It's very different. Derpy, is there anything you'd want to say to lead us into that?
I honestly, I was surprised when you told me that it wasn't received well. Because I was like, I get it. It had a lot of exposition, but that's like half of Dreamworld.
I mean, you just rewatched it. You rewatched Dreamworld before we did the recording we're doing right now. I didn't have time to rewatch it, but I skimmed some of the scripts because I didn't want to hear myself talk, so I just skimmed the scripts. I was like, it's kind of like a podcast half the time.
I really enjoy the episodes. Like, even if like I can see my old art in that part, and I go like, oh, or like
I see my ex and I go, ah! I see.
Or just parts where I'm like, that's a plot hole.
That's a plot hole. That's a plot hole. We didn't need like that character. We didn't need that character. We didn't need those 4 characters. Like, every time I watch it, I just go, oh, that's a bad writing decision. That's a bad writing decision. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Oh, it is me? Fuck. Like, I wouldn't do that today. I know so much more about screenwriting and also, like, writing for animation, or even just, like, in general. Now, watching Dreamworld, it's like knife to the chest every time I make a stupid decision when I'm making the show. Like, I have an idea for a character. I'm going to add it immediately because it's going to be fun and exciting. And I'm like, no, Rainbott, don't do that. Don't add 50 million characters to the show. There's already too many. It's an ensemble cast. It's like, no.
There's already a continuity.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, no, there's so many plot holes. Get out of there. Get out of there, SpongeBob.
Honestly, like, I really like it. It's one of those things, with that side, like, very side project. It's always on the back burner, but I always think about it, of, like, when I have the adaptation of, like, Dreamworld lore into, like, a more writing format.
Yeah.
That one, I still think about that a lot, and I still kind of try and work on it. I'm just the busiest little shit ever.
I'm the same way. I have to go back into legal paperwork this week.
Hate that shit.
I hate legal paperwork, but I want to make cartoons and I want to run a studio, I have to learn how to do it. It's pretty good that I'm paying attention and that we're going through it like bar for bar, line by line. It's taking a lot out of me, though. I thank you. Thank you. Oh, yes, but part 1, I was like, part 1 of the finale, I wasn't planning on making a finale for Dreamworld because I already told people, I'm like, we're not going to do a finale. The show is unfinished. I have my reasons why I want it to stay unfinished. There are several. There's the real life reason that I'm trying to build a better world for the industry and for animation and independent filmmakers and artists. That takes up so much time, and Dreamworld was such an overly ambitious project that there is no feasible way that I would be able to tackle it at the same time as I'm trying to make a show or make all of these contracts and these documents that are going to set up pipelines for new people to come into the industry. Like, I'm talking with like big directors, shareholders, executives at all these different places that I'm ping-ponging around, and you guys don't get to know about any of it until next month at the soonest. But Just know, there is no way I would have time to figure out how Starlight secretly has a half-brother, and then the half-brother has 7 souls, and then they need to defeat all 7 to bring back the Dreamworld kaiju. Like, there's no way I would be able to do that. It's such a convoluted, overly complicated story, and, like, I don't have time. And I set up the beginning of an arc where we would have, in theory, gone through every single character's backstory, which I do have canon versions of all of their backstories, but they already exist in the context of season 1 and what exists of season 2. So it's not like I'm giving you new information. Like, for Rex's backstory, that was the episode the show ended on, which it's kind of fitting it ended on that one. I really like that episode, but...
I love that episode
I
so
really
much.
liked that episode. But I'm also like, there's no way I would be able to make an episode about every single character, some of which would just arguably be retreading ground we've already covered in the past, especially with, like, Cheer, Ribbon Dancer, the triplets, like, the twins. A lot of them we've already seen their backstory. Like, I felt like Rex, I just wanted to explore a bit more because it was a story very personal to me. But, like, the rest, I didn't have... Let me tell you something. Derpy knows this. You should know this too. I didn't have a big plan going into any episode. I just made shit up. I didn't have, like, a lot of big plans. Derpy remembers more of the things I tell her than I do, because I don't remember, because I'm flying by the seat of my pants, just throwing ideas at the wall and kind of going, oh, I like that one. Let's do that. And I just kind of go with it. Like, I just write the script and then the thoughts leave my head. Like, this is what I was doing in college just to make something on YouTube for fun that I wanted to do with my friends. I was taking, like, multiple animation classes at the same time I was doing this. There was no way it was going to be cohesive or professionally written.
Dude.
So
I
was
doing Dreamworld, like, during my last 2 years of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could not imagine doing it during college, especially
you're in
now.
College now.
I am in college now. I'm going into my junior year. And these past 2 years have been so hectic. I've hardly been able to like the comic, that's been 2 years in the running because of college.
I know the comic's been 2 years in the running. I know. It's my fault.
No, it's our fault.
Our fault.
No,
Holds up the red flag. It's our fault. I have the keychains from Stormy's shop. Gotta represent my boys.
I got that. Yes, I got the sticker on my desktop.
Yeah.
But, like, I
love
could
it.
not imagine working on Dreamworld at all during, like, my like, college years. I don't know how you did it, but, like, you did it.
I don't know. I was built different in college. I was just doing whatever I wanted. I was a Minecraft streamer for a bit. I was in a polycule cult for a bit. I was literally just doing whatever I wanted in college.
You were doing college shit. I
was just doing college shit, and I'm like, you know,
shit.
I'm just gonna write this fan fiction story based loosely on the idea of Five Nights at Freddy's, and then it got way more popular than I thought it would, and people were like, we expect only the highest bar of quality content for this show, and I'm like, are we watching the same show? I'm like, have you seen? It's a bunch of artists doing an audio drama, like the same way that, like, let me do a reality check, and then I will circle back to the original topic that was brought up 5 minutes ago of the reception to the part 1 of the finale. Put two people with ADHD in a room. It's like having 2 horses to screw in a light bulb, and they just ping pong in different directions for 7 minutes.
Yeah, I completely forgot what we were talking about.
We're
Thank
cooked.
you for bringing that up.
We're cooked. I'm circling back. I'm circling back.
20 minutes.
I'm going back. Okay, but before I go back, I felt myself forget something in real time. We're fucked. 2 things, just to set reality for a second. 1, you guys do realize that Welcome to Dreamworld was basically just a Five Nights at Freddy's AU or pseudo fan fiction, or like some kind of fan game that we were basically making as audio dramas that we put on YouTube for free, by the way. And
Yeah.
we basically had no money and no time because we were all students, high school and college students, and we were just doing it for fun. Like, and that's why
Yeah.
it's an incomprehensible mess. But I really love the incomprehensible mess. It's like something I'm very nostalgic for. I'm very fond of
Yeah.
it. And I do think I did cook with some of those character designs and some of the character
did.
stories. Some of it
did.
was, there's a reason it got so popular. Like, people really connected with the characters and like the mysteries I was setting up. So I understand why, in hindsight,
Yeah.
it got so big. Especially since there was a demand for more animatronic stuff that had a bit more character and more like queer representation. But
Yeah.
that being said,
The
people expected a lot. Like, I've gotten some
much.
really nasty, and I don't want to say entitled, but I can't think of a good synonym for the word entitled. So entitled comments from people in response to the part 1 finale, which I will now fully circle back to the original concept. I was not going to make a finale. We tried for 2 whole years to make the game, and then eventually we came to the conclusion, we can't do that. So we gave up, but then people got mad that we gave up, and then nobody really wanted to... That's not true. There's a very vocal minority of Dreamworld fans, though, who were unsatisfied with that, and they kept repeatedly asking me to do something else. And there was a conversation in one of my comment threads that perfectly sums up why I made the finale. It was basically this guy coming into one of my posts on, I think, Community tab or something, and he's like, why are you doing this? Can you stop doing this? This Galactic Defense Force show with all these aliens? I don't care about this. I miss Dreamworld. Can you bring back Dreamworld? Hey, buddy. Thanks for liking my stuff. Unfortunately, we're not doing Dreamworld anymore because we're trying to get into the animation scene. We need to make something built from the ground up for animation. Like, this would be a little too complicated for us to adapt into any other format right now without a major overhaul. TLDR, we're not doing Dreamworld anymore. The show is over. Okay, but I don't care about that new show that you're making, and I do care about Dreamworld, so what you should do is you should stop everything you're working on right now, and then you should finish Dreamworld, and then make more Dreamworld, and then after that, then you can go back to this alien thing, right? I just didn't even answer that one. I didn't even answer that one!
So entitled. There's no other
So,
word for
Rainbott,
that.
why don't you just stop what you've been doing for the last 8 months and make the thing that I want instead? That sounds reasonable. I don't think that anybody cares about the other things you're doing. I think that you should just do this. And I was like, I'm not going to stop hearing about this, am I? I'm not going to stop hearing about it until I say it's fully over for good. So I was like, fine.
For good ever.
Finale for closure. I will tell people, cut!
Kitty. Fair.
I'm like, okay, closure. That's fair. You want closure? That's fair. I will give you closure. We will do a 2-part finale. In part 1, the animatronic characters will talk to you. We will get all of the original voice actors to come back, and I will pay them. And they will be somewhat animated, more animated than they were in the original web series. And they will tell you where they've been, what happened after Wyatt stopped recording in episode 4 of season 2, the Rex episode. Like, whenever the show abruptly got cut off because it was discontinued, what happened after that? Why did Wyatt stop recording? What's happening now? Like, with the characters, what have they been up to for the last 2 years? We literally brought back all of the original voice actors, and this is an ensemble cast, so it's a lot of guys. Like, I know that some of them play multiple parts, like Bibble and Corey, but it's a lot of people for me to wrangle up, and a lot of these people are working full-time, so I'm wrangling them up, and I'm asking, would you guys please do one more video to send off these Dreamworld characters as, like, nostalgia for the fans and the YouTube stuff we used to work on together? And they all said yes. Even Corey, who literally does, might I remind you, he's a professional voice actor who attends conventions, and he does anime voice acting. Like, he was in the new Panty and Stocking. He's been in a ton of stuff. He's in Spooky Month. Like, he still said yes.
Yeah.
He was nice enough to say yes, like, yeah, it's a favor for a friend, cool. And like we get everybody to come back and voice the characters just to give everybody a nice send-off. And the point of the video was to have the characters talking to the viewer, kind of, so it feels more personal and like it's a good closure on that. And then the general response was, well, that was kind of boring, and also that kind of sucked. And I get it, because it was a lot of just explaining stuff, but that was also fully intentional. Derpy, I need to let you talk for a minute. I just keep blabbering. You need to cut me off, bro. You need to cut me off.
Shut up! No, but it's kind of crazy. It is crazy to me that, like, people have such high expectations for YouTube, like, shorts and videos.
Especially in audio
I feel
drama.
like people, right. I was working on Galactic Defense Force this morning and listening to the show.
Dreamworld?
It is like Dreamworld. Yeah, I'm very, like, it is very good at, like, it is a very good listen. Yeah. And like, so I'll like go back and forth because I was like, I remember this part. I want to see the art. And then like, I'll go back to like, my animation, but like, I'm petting my cat in the background, but like the pet. I remember the original concept for like Dreamworld being, it was in reaction to backlash against Five Nights at Freddy's security breach.
And then it just became that, so...
Yeah.
And then it just became the same thing.
And then we had, and it was so much fun, but it's like, and it's so unfortunate that like it became so fun for everyone that the people who like
the fans
weren't like really, the fans just like couldn't let it go, which I get.
I think that's the same thing that did happen to the Digital Circus fandom, because there was such a long gap between episodes that fan content started to fill in the gaps. But then when the actual show itself didn't live up to the fan content, then people started to get mad. And I'm like, that's exactly what happened to Welcome to Dreamworld. I'm like, to a smaller scale, because we're not in content forums, but like, that is exactly what happened to our internet show. People got mad. Like, someone on Tumblr was literally I look at every single thing you guys post on Tumblr and on Instagram. I follow all of the hashtags. I look at every single thing you post. Derpy more than me. We both look. We're always there. We see it. She's just more tech savvy than me, but I try my best. And
that's not true.
I try my best. I do try my best. But
you are good at being social, like on every other social media. I'm good at Tumblr.
I'm not.
Anything else, I don't like talking. I don't like talking.
I get lost on tumblr.com, and then I don't know where I am anymore. But I just mooch off of my sister, and then and I I know how to navigate it by stealing from her. Anyways. Yeah, I saw posts and comments from people that were like, dude, I kind of wanted to see like a big final battle with the Collector, the giant spider robot that's 20 feet tall, and I kind of wanted to see a big battle, and I wanted to see it fully animated, and I want every single character. I wanted Avengers Endgame for Five Nights at Freddy's, and I was like, when would we have time to make that, even if we still made the show? I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
The 11-minute epilogue of endings took a whole summer. I don't think anyone's...
To be fair, we did make that in 3 months. Like, that was crazy.
Yeah.
We made epilogue of endings in, like, 3 months with a team of, like, less than 10 people. And that was an 11-minute animation. How long do you think it would have taken to make that, like, final battle sequence?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of wrote us into a corner because I just kept making it more and more and more. And then it was to the point where I'm like, where do I go with this? Because I was doing it for fun. I wasn't thinking about it long term. I was just going episode to episode. Like, what would be cool here? What would make the fans excited to see? A lot of what I wrote was just me trying to make people excited. Like, because I wanted to just geek out with all the people watching it. And I was like... I genuinely don't know where to go from here.
Honestly, if I had, like, any advice for the fans on how they should take this is basically this is the groundwork for a broader story because it is connected to the other stuff. But like I was also saying, a lot of the original like videos have a lot of like continuity errors. So a
Yes.
lot of stuff could like would be reworked into, but like it's still something to have groundwork for to not recreate, but like have a tangible thing to hold on to understand a world before it even exists. Because like Epilogue of Endings exists, but uh it is a 11-minute like video of like a concept that we're still working on. And you're over there. What are you
I
doing?
fell. Everything. I wanted to
I
get Star
can't
off
hear
the
you.
shelf, and it fell, and then my Minecraft guy fell into Kirby's tank, and I'm just like,
Like it is a passion project. And I understand feeling disappointed when something you love doesn't get a conclusion that you think it should have. Like I get that. I you yes, you in the back.
Me? Me?
Yeah, you.
I have a question.
Yes.
If fans aren't satisfied with the decision to leave Dreamworld unfinished, what if I said that the fans could make their own ending, or they could make their own season 2, and I just give them blanket permission to do so? I'm just saying. Okay, like, the reason that Dreamworld was so special to me, at least, was the fact that it let me create something, because that is the biggest part of my life and every single step I've taken in this journey to making cartoons. Every single time I put something on YouTube, regardless of how good or bad it was just because I wanted to make something. Urkin Outcasts, I wanted to make something, and I had an idea, so I threw it out there. All of our Loop SMP stuff, I wanted to make something, and I threw it out there. Area 51, literally anything I could think of off the top of my head. All of the 50 versions that Spellmania went through before being what it is. All of the horse stuff with ponies. And especially Welcome to Dreamworld. It's always just been because I wanted to make something. Because I have this unsatiable desire to create and to tell stories and to make these little scrinkly guys and to talk about them with a community and to build a community to talk about it with. So literally,
Right.
Dreamworld was just a means to an end of me wanting to make a community and talk about the characters and stories and ideas that I had with that community. And it just happened to be a Five Nights at Freddy's clone with a lot of gay people in it. Like, that's just what it happened to be. It's been a bunch of other things before. I've literally made
Yeah.
so many things that are now infamous or lost media just because I love to create, and I am never going to be ashamed of any of my old work that I made in middle school or high school, no matter how cringe it is, because the only reason it exists is because I really wanted to make something and I put it out there. And even if it objectively sucks, I think that's still really inspiring that cringe video, like my Minecraft song parodies from like forever ago, that
Oh my
those,
gosh.
if those, whenever those resurge and then people are like, this is cringe, and I'm like, actually, that's proof that I've wanted to make something since I was a child, and I literally went out of my way to find a way to make it before I knew what I was doing. So I think that that's still really cool. And then they say I'm an idiot,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, it's that too. It's a little bit of both, actually. But the point
Yeah,
is,
yeah. But
point
like it's
is-
also yeah. You go.
the point is, if you are unsatisfied with the way that I've decided to leave Dreamworld as a discontinued open book, then I want you to pick up the pencil and begin to tell the story yourself. As long as you follow my 3 rules, you can do whatever you want within reason. Within reason. 3 rules. Rule number 1, you have to make it yourself. I know that they're robots, Do not use AI. You have to actually make something yourself. I don't want to see people AI generating Dreamworld videos. I would rather die. Please don't do
Please
that.
don't.
So rule number
Don't
one,
do that
if you
shit.
want to make something, pick up a pencil and make something. I promise you it will make me happy even if it's a stick figure, and I'll do a little spin in your comment section. Rule number two, please just credit where the characters and the story are coming from. If you are making a continuation of season 2, your own version of the finale, an AU, fan fiction, anything you want to make, even if you start just making your own episodes of the web series where we left it off with your own voice actors and your own artists, like, please don't bother the people who worked on the original show to make them make more of it. I would much rather that you guys gather your own teams, because the Dreamworld team is how I met a lot of the people working on my cartoons and Galactic Defense Force today. So the people you meet through this fan project could become some of your lifelong friends. So please make your own teams to do this. But just credit. So rule number 1 is make it yourself. Rule number 2 is credit. Just say somewhere in the description, even if it's at like the bottom in fine print, just like, welcome to Dreamworld is a web series by Rainbott. That's it. You don't even have to go character by character. Just umbrella term. Welcome to Dreamworld was originally a web series made by Rainbott. Here's my take, or here's my continuation. And then you have permission to just freeball it.
Adapted.
Within reason. Don't make me come over there. I've seen it. I've seen it. Don't. Within reason. Like, and by within reason, I'd say just within the parameters of the original web series. Like, there was already some pretty intense stuff in the original web series. So as long as you do stuff that could easily fit within the original web series, I think that's fine. If you're going to do anything not safe for work, please censor and tag it appropriately. And I wouldn't use any mainstream Dreamworld fan art tags, because kids use those, and a kid is going to stumble across something that reminds me of the Undertale days. So please do not do that. I've had to see it. I don't want Tommy, who's 10 years old and looking for fan art of his favorite robot from YouTube show, to see it. So just, that is completely acceptable. We're all adults here except for Tommy. So please just tag it appropriately. Don't put it in the main Dreamworld tags where kids are probably going to stumble across it. Use a separate tag. Yeah. Coordinate with your peers for that. I don't want to be involved, but you can coordinate. So make it yourself, credit, and then the third rule is I want you to have fun. I don't want you to slave over this and then make the mistakes I did when I was younger. Like, I don't want to see Google documents popping up on my feed about, like, you guys making docs on each other because someone got in an argument over who colored which frame. Just have fun with it. Make it low stakes, but don't make it something where you guys have to, like, turn it into a job. Just make it fun. Yeah. Just make it something fun. It shouldn't ever become work, or it can be a labor of love, but I don't think it should be work or anything that's super serious. Yeah. So those are my 3 commandments. That is literally, those are my only requests. And if you follow my 3 commandments and you post it on YouTube as your own little video or fan-made episodes, if I watch it and I think it's cool, I will not only share it with my entire team, but I will add that video, your fan-made episode or your fan animation, I will add it to the Season 2 Dreamworld playlist. I will smack it right after the finale, and it will just count as part of the web series, as something that was contributed by, like, a patron or a fan or the community. And it will just be an official part of the Dreamworld playlist. So whenever people rewatch the show and they get to the end, they'll be like, hey, wait a minute, there are some new videos here. And then there you go, you have your audience. So if you guys really want more Dreamworld, please make more. I will watch it. She will watch it. We will geek out about it. We might even post about it. I'll put it in the playlist. Yes. Like, we are Dreamworld fans, so if you make anything, like, if we don't meet your expectations, that's fair. I don't think we can, though, so show us how it's done. Yeah. Prove me wrong and show me how to do it right, because I was a dumb little college boy making this, and I want to see someone really blow my socks off with their creative juice.
I
That's my
I
thought.
take the microphone. I
Go-
take the microphone.
Please take the microphone. That was lengthy.
I have seen so many fan works of like for Welcome to Dreamworld. A lot of them never really, I don't know like where they go, where they went. Like I'm in like I remember you remember my self insert?
Yes. I have
Someone
that
was
saved on
making
my
like
phone.
yes. Someone was making like I couldn't remember if it was a game or if it was like something along those lines, but it was using that character
Where
as
did the
like
Friday Night Funkin' mod go? That's what I was excited about.
right?
And the Friday Night Funkin' mod never
Oh
got
my
done.
God.
And then Bibble, who was Ribbon Dancer's voice actor, was like, Rain, whatever happened to the Friday Night Funkin' mod? And I'm like, it wasn't anyone. I'm not friends with the person who made it. I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's one of those things where collectively, if you want something to be done about something you really care about, if you care about it that much, and if you have that amount of time, make it yourself.
Make it yourself. Okay, before we get back to Widget, Melody literally says that they've been talking to Winnie in part 1 of the finale, and people are like, yeah, bud, you should stop doing that. Like, and just, I'm surprised that nobody really reacted to that, but there was an explosive reaction that Widget appeared. Okay, no.
Yeah.
You're telling me I gave you guys a huge bomb drop for Epilogue of Endings, and everybody got mad that Widget appeared? I think people misunderstood what Widget's appearance meant, so that's kind of my fault.
Yeah.
But, like, people took it as Widget appearing. Where's my guy? My jingly. People took it as Widget appearing, and they're like, oh, well, that kind of ruins it. And I'm like, what does that ruin? And they're like, you just gave away Widget's whole backstory. We know where Widget came from now. Widget came from Dreamworld Planet. And I'm like, no. Like, okay, the reason that Widget appears in part 1 of the Dreamworld finale is because I needed to set up the fact that aliens exist. And I already do that with Surmi, but Surmi's like a hologram thing. So, and Surmi's based off of Starlight, so it makes sense to introduce it through Surmi. But Surmi is not a main character. I needed to have one of the main characters of Galactic Defense Force mentioned by the government agency in Dreamworld to plant the seeds for this thing over 4 years before it's going to pay off into anything. This is not going to pay off into anything for at least 4 to 5 years. So, I'm in it for the long haul. And I've been trying to do this since day 1, but people took it like as, oh, so now we know where Widget came from. No, Widget appeared because Widget was the only member of the main 4 characters that would have not been obscenely out of place in Welcome to Dreamworld, because they're already a robot and they already look like they could fit in the universe. Like, at first it was going to be Sage. I was actually going to have Sage or Flitter show up. Those were my 2 top candidates. But the problem is that would make no fucking sense. Like, I know we have time travel and there's, like, demons and shit. And there's, like, the guy with the gas mask, Xavier. Like, he's not a human. He's something else. He's a traveler.
He's something else.
Yeah, but the thing is, Equinox can't show up for lore reasons. And then Axel is a purple thing with 4 arms, so that's a no. Sage is a green fairy with, like, a gun, so maybe.
Yeah.
But,
well,
and then Flitter's like a horse. Like, none of these characters fit cleanly into the world without raising, like, way more questions than they answer. I just needed a character that was an Equinox that I could put in the video. And I just chose Widget because Widget doesn't remember their past. So nobody can ask them, hey, Widget, what were you doing before you lost your arm here in this scene? And then they wouldn't know the answer because they don't remember anything before they lost their arm.
Right.
The implication is that they were recovered from, like, an alien thing and found. And then nobody knows. The original dialogue literally says, nobody knows where they came from. We have no idea where this thing came from. We're just trying to figure it out. But people took that as, like,
where this
the mystery's gone. And I'm like, did you guys, like, turn your ears off? Like, so I apologize, but On one hand, I apologize for not making the dialogue clear enough, but she literally does say, like, we don't know where this thing came from, we're just trying to figure it out and study it. That doesn't
Right.
tell you much of anything
It
about
doesn't
Widget.
tell you
The
anything.
footage is not from Earth, because the footage we see of the other alien, Surmi, the one that's, like, destroying people, that sure isn't from Earth. The one that is
That's
from
definitely
Earth,
not from Earth.
the one that is explicitly from Earth is the one with Conrad, the TV-headed guy that we see in the Epilogue of Endings comics.
Yeah.
Like one of Lucy's
'Cause that
mom's
character-
robots.
Yeah.
The fact that people
Oh my
didn't freak out about that, because that was the
Right?
Earth robot, but then people got really
Oh
upset
my
about
God.
Widget to the point where I felt so embarrassed because I was running on fumes this summer to get everything done. That Dreamworld video barely got done. We were scrambling to the finish line. It was late. Everything was late. Like, recordings were submitted late. The assets were submitted late. The editing was late. I was crunching overnight to get everything done. I haven't worked that hard since college, and I was scrambling, and I was so exhausted. And then when I finally turned around to see the reception, and it was just kind of meh to negative, I know that a lot of people did like it, and I'm very grateful for that. And I don't want to say I'm entitled for people to like this because I worked hard on it. If people didn't like it, that's just fine. And that's why I think fans should make some of their own stuff, just because I don't have the time, energy, or resources to do it anymore. This is a big testament to that. But I did want to at least clarify, I do wish I didn't pressure myself and panic into editing Widget out of the video, because now I can't add it back because I edited that in YouTube Studio directly, and that is permanent, so I can no longer undo the fact that Widget was cut from that video. I think Widget's going to appear in this video to compensate for that, and I know that people on Tumblr have reposted the GIF of, like, Widget's appearance, so it's not lost media or anything. I'm just a little bit sad that I got so upset and I was so tired and, like, running on fumes from the process of making the first part of the finale that it, like, wrecked me, and I panicked and I scrambled to remove it. I shouldn't have let it get to me that much, and I think that that was the reason I just didn't want to do part 2. I was like, this is taking a really heavy toll on my mental health in a time where I need to be at the top of my game, because I am currently negotiating contracts with business executives that will determine how people like me break into the animation industry. I cannot fail right now. I cannot divide my focus. But then Silver was nice enough to come up to me and ask if he could make anything for part 2 of the finale. And I was like, Silver, there is no finale. Unless you want to make something, and then I can tell you what I had in mind. So it's a bit different. I didn't want to get a bunch of the voice actors for this one, so it was, like, limited to just the characters I voiced, because it was very experimental. I didn't know if it would even get done, especially after part 1.
Yeah.
But please don't be mad at Squinkle. Don't be mad at Widget.
Don't be mad
Widget
at
didn't do
Squinkle.
anything wrong. Widget is 12. They were just coloring. They're in their coloring book. They say they're sorry. You should still watch Galactic Defense Force.
Right.
Not to bribe anyone, but even if you think that you have zero interest, it would mean a lot to me and the team if you could still watch the pilot when it comes out this fall. We're aiming for a release in the next few months. It is going to be the biggest thing I've ever worked on. It is potentially going to change the size of the audience for my entire YouTube channel, because this is going to be a lot bigger than Epilogue of Endings was, and a lot bigger than anything I've ever made on YouTube was. This is going on... I can't say anything else. I'm bound by contract. I can't say anything else, but this is going to be a very big deal for my entire team. Like, we have an official LLC. JoyBott Animation is literally an officially licensed and registered LLC company and studio because of how serious this has gotten. And this could lead to us being able to finally fulfill our dreams of making cartoons, and then helping other independent filmmakers and artists make it into the industry as well by building connections for these people and building pathways. It's really important to all of us. So even if you don't give a fuck about literally anything that happens in the pilot, if you just tune in and watch it anyway, even if you tell me you didn't like it, like, this wasn't my thing,
Yeah.
One, if you liked Welcome to Dreamworld, and as messy as it was, but you still enjoyed the way I write characters, I think you will like Galactic Defense Force because it's written very much the same way Epilogue was, where it's like my writing, my characters. Like, it's a lot of that, but it's just enhanced by the ideas of my team and everyone else who worked on this. I'm a yapper. I'm yapping. I'm going to shut up. Just please watch it and support it because this is really important,
Yeah.
not just for me, but for a lot of us and a lot of the artists working on this project. And if you like it, then you get a cool thing that isn't discontinued that you can watch. And if you don't like it, then at least you supported an independent artist who is trying to make the animation industry a less horrible place. Thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Derpy,
I
what
think
are your
people-
final thoughts?
My final thoughts. I was just I had a final thought. Then it was the thought that didn't happen.
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 I love the
My
sprinkles, the
squinklies.
sprinkles.
If I hide my face behind it, maybe it'll focus. It focused a little bit. I got this from someone like on Etsy, and I love it so much. It is broken twice, and I just keep gluing it back together. My sweet prince.
Honestly, I'm so excited to see what people make, and I am so excited to continue on working with Rainbott on like all the different projects. Like oh my gosh, the little guy.
He's my little
But
guy.
like,
He's my little guy.
I think
I made
people
Dreamworld fans angry,
should-
but I didn't mean to. It's okay.
It's okay. My sweet prince, you didn't mean it, baby girl.
No, but honestly, I think people, if they care so much about one thing, they should put more thought into it. Like if you cared that deeply about like how something should end, maybe don't just write a comment hating on it.
That's kind of like modern internet culture, though. More people would rather just give their thoughts than actually make it themselves. Which is why I'm trying to encourage people to just... There goes Widget's hat. I'm just trying to
Make it
encourage
yourself.
people to make it themselves, but...
Yeah,
The
I'm
people
just,
who watch this channel
really
are
doing that.
artists, and they are very creative. I am thinking we are going to see a resurgence of Dreamworld content in the form of people making their own fan videos and episodes, and then I'll be able to add them to the Season 2 playlist. And if not, I tried, and that was the only solution I had. I'm like, I just make my characters almost public domain. I can't make them full public domain because I do need to have the copyright because I want to have them appear in my cartoons, especially
Yes,
Star and
I
like
wanna
Norman.
I want to write them. I want to write them into cartoons.
I want to write
I wanna
them. I want to
animate
write
them.
them, please.
I want to animate them so bad.
I can't wait
wanna
to have
animate
actual
them
money so
bad.
someone who's not me can voice act Starlight or something. Like,
And oh my gosh,
someone... We
right?
should get an actual man to voice Norman. Like,
We should get-
just a thought.
We should get an actual British people to voice these
We
characters.
should get Harry to voice... Hey, we have British people, Phil. We have Harry. What if we just we put them in a room and we make them voice the characters? We lock the Brits in a room. They already don't
We
have air
lock them in a
conditioning. We just
room.
lock them up. But you will be
Alright,
joining
alright.
me again on August 22nd in Seattle for
What?
Everfree Northwest. So if you want to come yell at me personally, you can come to Everfree Northwest on Saturday, August 22nd in Seattle, Washington. Come to the Bellevue. Come find me. I'm hosting a panel there about making cartoons, and it does include a Q&A portion. If you want to debunk or disband and disrupt the entire Q&A panel about Galactic Defense Force to yell at me for being a bad YouTuber, you can do that for the low price of however much it costs to attend a comic convention in current year, current day. I will be hosting a panel called Ponies and Pitching, where I will be talking how a bunch of My Little Pony nerds and enthusiasts came together as the Super Friends to create several things on YouTube, including Welcome to Dreamworld, that eventually led to Galactic Defense Force. It is the first time I have attended a convention and hosted a panel, and I will also be at the
Oh my
community
God.
guest meet and greet hosted at the convention on the same day, Saturday, August 22nd, after the panel, shortly after the panel. So after you come see me in Ponies and Pitching, which will be recorded for this YouTube channel, and Derpy will be in it. We will be there in person this time, so our chemistry will be more palpable for you to see. But come say hi, come make fun of me. I think I'm gonna bring some of my trinkets to the convention. Like, I might bring horse Rainbott. I feel like I should bring horse Rainbott. Yeah. Like, this is me as a horse, and it's massive. I think I should bring horse Rainbott. And so you can come meet me and Derpy and Horse Rainbott at the convention community guest meet and greet, which is going to be less than an hour after my panel ends. So I will be overwhelmed and overstimulated, but I'll be there, and I will have some stickers and some convention exclusive mini prints and posters that I'm going to be giving people for free, because I'm not a licensed vendor. I'm only a community guest, so I'm not legally allowed to sell things at this convention, and I do not intend on doing so. So you could get free things if you come say hi. So you should come say hello to both of us and Horse Rainbott. And I will give you free stickers and posters and goodies if you come say hi. I even have a lot of extra Welcome to Dreamworld keychains that never sold. And if there's a lot of interest for it, I'll bring some of them to the convention. So if you find me first, you can have one of the unsold Welcome to Dreamworld acrylic keychains and charms. I will give it to you for free, because they're sitting on the floor of my closet. Somebody please take them. I have a whole box.
Whatever y'all don't take, I'm taking.
I have a whole box. And they've been here.
A whole box?
A whole box. They've been here for 3 years. I'm going to have to edit this to make sure I don't dox myself. It's not very hard to find me. Please don't find me. I got a whole box here. Let me open it.
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna steal your
You're gonna be with me in person in less than a month. We have an entire bag of unsold Rainbott keychains. If you want to have a little version of me that you can fight, you can have that. These are like my
That's a little version of me, Alan.
That's a little version of me. So I have all of these Rainbott keychains. I have stickers and keychains from that one time that everybody said, Rainbott, we really want Welcome to Dreamworld Pride keychains, and then nobody bought them after telling me to make them. I have a bunch of them. I have, like, Glory and Rex's Pride keychains. I have some of the other ones, like, here's one of the triplets keychain. I see Lolly and Pop in here. Yeah, that one's cute. The siblings and their little keychain. I'm just literally rummaging through all of these things that I have. If anybody wants them, I will give them to you just for free. I have a bunch of stickers of Oddity, the Twimblow stickers. Derpy, I'll bring some for you to have for free. I'll bring some of these to the convention. I even have, I have a bunch of these
High school me didn't have enough money to get all of them. High school me wanted all of them.
The only reason I have all of them is because I had to hand package and ship every single order because it went through an Etsy shop. So it's not like Shark Robot where they produce everything and handle everything and we license them the stuff. I had to hand pack all 300 packages. It was crazy. We got some of the Dreamworld name tags from forever ago.
Oh my gosh.
This cute Rainbott meme sticker. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. I have all of the original packaging too. Oh, and here they are.
Make sure you bring that sticker. Wait.
I will. I have a bunch of the original. This is a little bit off topic, but I'm just giving people a reason to come to the convention, I guess. I'm just bribing them. I have a lot of the original Starlight keychains. I have a lot of the Christmas keychains that were limited edition. I have this one, and then the back is different because it has the spooky stuff on it. I have the Watchful Eye Toys keychains. That's the snowflake with, oh, he's hiding.
I did that. I did that.
No, you did that. We have the, it's hard to see. It's the one of Norman, Morris, and Oddity, and then the back is different. I got a bunch of these, and if you want them, you could have them, because they're sitting on the floor of my closet doing nothing. I have Lollipop. I think I see a Morris in here. I do. I see the Pride Flag Twimblow sticker that we did. With that being said, I think that brings this finale to a close, and it makes me sad saying that. I'm going to tear up a little bit. I think that brings Welcome to Dreamworld on YouTube to a close. A very respectful one, a very well-earned one. I think this show has done a lot of legwork for the channel, and it's time that we finally give it its rest and its dues. We will see these characters again very frequently, even if it takes a little bit of time, because I do need to prioritize Galactic Defense Force right now, because it's going to be something big. You will see these guys again. You can always get their shirt in the Shark Robot shop. You can get the print. And they're not gone forever, especially not if you help their legacy and their little story live on and continue, even when I don't have the time, resources, or energy to do that myself. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining us in Dreamworld. Derpy, thank you for changing the course of my entire life forever by being a fan of the show and working with me on it.
Thank you for having me on it. Thank you very much, and also thank you to the fans, because that was a big motivator for me too.
Yeah, thank you to all of the original voice actors that let me drag them back for part 1 of the finale. Thank you especially to 2 of the other super fans that I wanted to invite to this video, but I didn't want to annoy them because they're both really busy. Mai and Fetty specifically. They are the people who created the Welcome to Dreamworld fandom wiki. They hosted all of the Art Bash events. They have been pillars of the community and fandom, and they've had some of the best ideas. That, like, next to Derpy, Fetty and Mai have been the 2 people who influenced the direction of the show and the story the most, and they improved it the most alongside Derpy. So you have them to thank for a lot of really good stuff. So with that being said, I thank them. I thank you. And I'm going to wish you sweet dreams. I'm going to send you off to your own little dream world now. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you so much.